Be here with you today. As well, I would like to thank ALN and LibDem for inviting me for this panel. I am Khadija المورابط. I am a Vice President of ENLW, International Network of Rebel Women. I'm as well a member of Human Rights Committee of alaoui, and I'm an entrepreneur. Well, I must say that I am born to a family that breeds politics and human rights. As you know, Morocco was a French colony. In the 50s, my dad was a militant against this colonization, and he was caught, tortured, abused, and sentenced to death penalty. Thankfully, after the King Mohammed V got out from his exile, my dad was freed. So that's my first links with human rights. When you are in a cell alone with 10 kilos of chains in each feet, tortured and abused, that's something. My dad finished his studies and became a lawyer, and he became one of the founders of the first opposition party in Morocco, and he starts being a human rights activist. Not only that, he's an intellectual. In the 80s, one of the first things he did with me is to cut the taboo of being a Muslim girl that has to stay with her parents and study in the same town, in the same country. So he sent me to England, United Kingdom, when I was 16 to get education. So this is something. Education for Arab girls, education for Muslim girls is something very, very important. After living in England for about 16 years, doing my high school, university, marriage, as well as work, I decided one day to come back to Morocco. I came back with full of energy, dynamism, enthusiasm, to start a family business. I came from a democratic country, which is the UK, to come in to an emerging country, which is in the democratic transition. Of course, Morocco has done a lot of reforms for women, have changed a lot of laws, has worked into gender equality, but at that time the constitution was not then done, because we have a new constitution in 2011. So I faced a lot of obstacles to set up my own business as a woman. Of course, I wanted to create a hotel, to start up a hotel business. So from a woman in Morocco at that time, because of traditions, customs and religion, everybody was saying to me, oh my God, what are you going to do? A hotel, you're going to serve alcohol, you're going to have nightclub, a bar, you can't do it. This is against our customs. So I had problems with bureaucracy, I had problems, you name it, administration, and even with the suppliers. And when you come out as a director of a place to see a supplier, he thinks that he's waiting for a director to meet a director. When you come out as an owner, he thinks that you're a man. So when people see me as a woman, they get scared. They say, "What? You are a woman?" So that was the first hit when I came back from England. That was, many obstacles. But then the obstacles has faded out in a couple of years. Then what I did, I joined civil society, because I thought all the obstacles I had, I have to exchange my experience with other women. So I joined the Association of Women Entrepreneurs. I volunteered for many years. I created incubators and startups for women in order to mentor them, in order to help them, to empower them, really, because a woman in a MENA region, if she hasn't got the independence, and if she's not empowered, that means the new generation will be illiterate as well. The new generation will not have the same, the really good future. So I did that for a few years, and then I decided, hold on a minute, I am doing a lot of effort, and you can't see them on the ground. In order to change policies, in order to change laws, I had to integrate a party. So from there, I joined a liberal party, a Moroccan one. Then I became a member of their National Council. I became a member of the International Relations Committee, as well as a member of the political bureau. Then I was lucky to become the head of the women's sector in that party, where I was involved in recruiting women, involved in training women to integrate politics all around Morocco, and as well to make them ready to become a candidate for elections. It was a really good experience, but because of some internal problems and because of this, what we say, obstacles and lack of internal democracy, I resigned from all my positions within that party last year, and I resigned as well this year from the party. Now I'm talking to you as an individual liberal. I advocate for women's rights and human rights, so their voice can be heard. You know, when you are living in a patriarchal society where a man thinks a woman is its property, and when you live in a region where there is a lot of discrimination against women, violation of its minimum human rights, it makes you furious. It makes you frustrated. How come in the MENA region, the lowest, they are the highest rate of illiteracy for women? I mean, women that don't get, or girls don't get education. You get underage marriages, you get forced marriages, you get abuse, rape, FMG, you name it, absence of equal opportunities, no equal rights. In some countries in the MENA region, women can't drive. Women haven't got the right even to, travel without a man's permission or without a man being with her. You don't have freedom to dress, freedom to speak. So this is in the 21st century, something that can't be stand at all. So that's what made me really advocate for women's rights in particular and human rights in general. But today, the topic that's been given to me is, the question is, do you think liberal political parties always live up to the promise of zero tolerance for discrimination? If not, what should be done to secure an inclusive environment in our liberal organization, taking in consideration the Marrakesh Declaration? My question to this is no. So we are going to talk about it in the workshop. I suggest that we start talking about the MENA region as a region that had the Arab Spring and all the obstacles that came out from that, and all the results of overthrow of political regimes and the chaos that all the countries still living in, and how the liberal parties could not spread the liberal values in Islamic societies where their constitution they are of Islamic character. It's really hard for liberal parties to do that in the Arab world. And we can take it from there to know that the internal obstacles, and we can talk about the external obstacles and go into details about the human rights, all the youth rights and the women's rights, without forgetting the economic migrants and illegal migrants and the refugees as well, which we come to this as well segment. And then we can talk about a solution, because of course we should look at the bright side of things, and for everything there is a solution and there is future and there is hope. Thank you very much.